Hello, Jai Shri Ram. Hello, friends. Welcome to Chitra Astrolog's YouTube channel. As you know that on every Tuesday, I try to make a video on some concepts of astrology or share some chart analysis as per my knowledge. Last Tuesday, I was not able to upload a video on astrology. Now I'm trying to upload that video. Even though I had uploaded a video on Tuesday, but that was in Hindi. But Chitra Astrolog's YouTube channel is only for English loving people. Okay, this is an example today which I am going to consider, and using Bhrigu Nadi technique as well as Vedic astrology technique, I will try to study the concept, or you can say the basic nature of that native. We will start with Bhrigunandi Nadi. You know that in Bhrigunandi Nadi, whenever you want to know something about the native, Jupiter is the best planet. Now, Jupiter is known as the Jiva Karaka for that native. Jupiter in Chitra Nakshatra, that is ruled by Mars, native is always going to be aggressive or unpredictable behavior of the native will be there. Above all, when this Jupiter is going to be in trine with Mars and Rahu, the unpredictable things are going to be more aggressive, and this Rahu, hidden things, or desirous, or the desire of that native, or the involvement in some wrong deeds becomes more prominent if that native is not in a technical profession or in a skilled profession or in some research oriented profession. If he is just enjoying, if he is just enjoying the luxury, then nobody, even God, can save him from doing the wrong deeds. That is the karmic thing which we'll come to know, because the last part is that why this is a karmic chart. Okay, that means sun is there. The native has born in a very influential family, or in, you can say, government officer families, or somewhere related to government, or you can say in a high status family. Because whenever Jupiter Sun combination is there, the native father will be an influential person. Okay, or belongs to from a high status family. This is the first thing which we can know from the chart about the native birth. But in my so many videos that are uploaded in Hindi on Unnati Astrovala YouTube platform, I have mentioned whenever Jupiter and Saturn are in 1/7 axis or they are in the same sign. Now, in this particular case, even though Jupiter is retrograde, but it is in 1/7 axis. That means the native has a prominent karmic, that work he has to do it, which has been left by some elder people in the family. That karmic work may be good or bad, but that the same family person pending work is there, that this native is supposed to complete. Next thing, from Bhrigunandi Nadi, we can say about the profession. Saturn and Moon is combined with Ketu. That means the native is not going to have a full-fledged, successful profession if he stays in the birth origin country. More movements, more traveling, more changes, or fluctuating profession will be there for that. But he will able to enjoy the status of that profession because Saturn is in Aries sign. Whenever Saturn is in Aries sign, the native get an opportunity to lead an organization or in a party or wherever he will work, he will try to become a dominating leader. But now the problem in his chart is that there is an exchange between Saturn and Venus at nakshatra level, because Venus is in Pushya nakshatra and Saturn is in Bharni nakshatra. Whenever there is an exchange between Saturn and Venus, that means see, Venus will come here and Saturn goes there. When Saturn goes there, there is no support, internal support for the profession to this native. Above all, this Ketu is there. Provided he is a religious person, then this Ketu is not going to disturb him. But if he is not a religious person, this Ketu is usually uh, put brakes on his profession. Now, next thing is when Venus becomes in trine with Moon. When Venus comes in trine after exchange, Venus comes in trine with Venus Moon. Venus Moon is the first condition in a male child or a male person, or, or where he can remain unmarried, where he can remain unmarried, and this Ketu is in trine also. That means even he tries to marry, this Venus Moon Ketu will not allow it to stay with the wife. But there is a there is a possibility, because there is an exchange between Saturn and Venus, this native may involve with some opposite sex person, stayed in that relationship, but afterwards he comes out or move out of that relationship. There is a huge possibility of this thing. I hope that I have answered two questions based on the Bhrigunandi Nadi technique. Why this native is going to lie? Because there is a combination of Jupiter Rahu with Mars. Why this native may married and then separate from that, there is exchange between Saturn and Venus, which makes a combination between Venus and Moon and Ketu, which gives a separative life or unmarried life of type of uh, situation. But Saturn with the combination of Moon Ketu may have some attachment, which that may be a physical relationship with that, because this Saturn is an again in a Bharani nakshatra, which is a Venus uh, nakshatra. Now, third thing, as far as the Bhrigunandi Nadi concerned, I have also told that this native is going to have a fluctuating career. But when this Saturn and Venus exchange get activated, this native suddenly Saturn comes into Cancer sign. And whenever Saturn have a Cancer combination, the native gets a huge support from the common people. That's why this native may have the ability or by birth the possibility that the people will always support him. And last one is why I'm saying a karmic. See, whenever I teach Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, I teach Ketu, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Rahu as an axis where person is going to deliver karma in this life. Ketu is in a pen drive where all your Sanchit karma are stored. Saturn is in your real time situation where your prarabdha karma will get exhausted or you are going to perform. And based on the subtraction or the involvement, or you can say execution of your prarabdha and minus from the sanchit karma, whatever you carry our future or your in coming days has to be represented by Rahu. This native has a very uh, good karma of taking birth in the influential family, or you can say in a dominating family, because Ketu is in 5, that is the Leo king sign. Then Saturn in one, that native will perform all the karma based on the dominating Mars characteristic where he wants to become a head of department, but slightly because this Saturn has an exchange between nakshatra level, then Saturn will also give a result of Cancer sign where he pretends to be taking care of the people because due to the Saturn in Bharani nakshatra and then moving out to the Cancer. Finally, whatever he does or perform in this life, or he performs at the age of 25, at 35, or whatever he is performing later on, whatever he is going to achieve in the life, he has to sacrifice. Because Rahu is in Aquarius sign, any planet who is in Aquarius, you have to later on sacrifice that work. This is my analysis based on the Bhrigu Nadi technique, which I have been blessed by God, or have been God have been kind enough to give me some insight to predict from the chart. But the chart can become a positive provided he has a skill or habit of doing all the works by himself. But if he is dependent on other, the chart is full of negative energy. Now, the same thing can be predicted from the Vedic astrology. Because this video is going to be slightly longer, the purpose of sharing this video is that people should understand whether you learn Bhrigu Nadi or Vedic astrology, prediction from the chart or energy from the chart is not going to change. Nobody can change on this earth, even the famous astrologers. The famous astrologer have a combination of Jupiter with Mercury, Sun, and Venus. That's why they are earning the money. If they don't have, they can't earn anything. Ask there's any astrologer who is not having this combination, and ask this famous astrologer to make that person as rich person. This will not happen. But they are claiming, let them. My thing is in Vedic astrology, but this in this chart, there is a combination of Jupiter with Venus. There is a combination of Jupiter with Mercury because Jupiter is retrograde, is making connection with Mercury also. Jupiter is making a direct connection with Sun also. That's why this person is a rich person. All the facilities or destiny will bless him with all the things because it is a past karma where he has to take a birth in a prominent or leadership type of high status government oriented family. All the facilities are there. Now in Vedic astrology, second house is known as the house of house of your speaking or speech. What type of speech you will have? Here, second house lord is Mars. Mars is in Rahu Nakshatra. Mars is sitting in the Mercury. Mars is uncomfortable with Rahu. Mars is uncomfortable with Mercury. That means the native is not going to speak truth. Never going to speak truth. Even though Mercury is also from the eighth house, negative energy of Mercury is respecting the second house, he will not able to speak truth. He will not even able to attend the last rituals or perform the last rituals in the family. He will be away from that. This chart has that type of characteristic. And if more he remain away from that rituals, the more negative chart of this native will become. How he is going to communicate with the other person, that has to be represented or shown by the third house. Again, moon is in Ketu Nakshatra. Moon is in Ketu Nakshatra, sitting moon and expected by Mars and Sun, that God is only save that person, how he is going to correspond. All things with the manipulations in his correspondence. That is the how he is going to speak. Now, married in Vedic astrology, the seventh house is more prominent for the marriage. Seventh house Lord is Mars. Again, Mars is in Adra Nakshatra with Sun who's in Markshira Nakshatra. Saturn is sitting in Bharani Nakshatra. Even if it gets exchanged, Venus is actually bringing the energy of a Pushya. You can identify whether it is a married or different type of relations. It's prominently clear from this. The saving part is Jupiter only, but Jupiter is not saving him regularly because Jupiter has sometimes when he has to give the result of 12th house, he is not going to give the ascendant result. That means third house lord is Jupiter when this native is visiting foreign, because third house lord, when he is communicating with the foreign person or the people who are outside his birth country, he can do anything. He can damage that own country also. Why? Again, this is a karmic chart. But seeing in a karmic angle, as far as the uh, Vedic astrology is concerned, slightly different. Slightly different aspect is required, but you correlate in terms of the Ketu, Saturn, and Rahu only, because I don't want to make that seems to be more complicated. Because in Vedic astrology, you have to see your overall karma. Overall karma has to be seen from the D10 chart. And for that, you need D60 chart also to identify the accurately. That's why I'm saying in Vedic astrology, minimum 2, 3 different charts are required. And I am giving initial predictions only based on the, but it will match with the Brikunandi. It's sure it will match with the Trikunandi Nadi because for identifying the karma, you need to have a correct D60 chart also because D60 represent your past life and based on your past life, whatever you are going to perform in this life, it has to be seen from the D60 chart. I hope, my friends, I justified the Tuesday video and tried to share more knowledge. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel, circulate this video. Also press the subscribed or you bell icon of this channel so that it can be grown because this channel is always going to be free of advertisement or any commercial benefit because its name itself is a Chitra whose Chitra Astora, Chitra symbol is Moti, that means pure. No benefit expected from anyone in this world. This is the Chitra characteristic. Jai Shri Ram.